shadow of the church where the wild roses die, underneath that haunted moon and the blackbirds cry, there's a whisper in the wind on the edge of night, where the ghosts dance with dust just out of sight. Whiskey bottles lay buried in the sands of regret. Each step echoes a story that time won't let us forget. Gone with the gunslinger down that cursed trail, chasing shadows in the valley where the brave men fail. The desert holds a secret like a burning scar. Gone with the gunslinger beneath a lonesome star. He rode in from the silence of a forgotten grave, with eyes like winter ashes and a heart no love could save. Betrayed by a brother over gold in the stream, now his soul's just a captive of that broken dream. By the light of a dying fire in the cold of dawn, he swore revenge on the wind before the innocence was gone. Gone with the gunslinger where the cold winds wail past the echoes of the train on that rusty rail. The desert knows its sorrow beneath the crying star. Gone with the gunslinger where the lost things are. He stands where the church once burned, facing down the memory of the love he spurned. The whistle of the train is like a ghostly cry, telling him the truth that the past won't die. Gone with the gunslinger to the end of his days, through the dust storms and the heartache and the silent haze. Let the desert bury all where the old ghosts spar. Gone with the gunslinger beneath the final star. Silence under a ghost town moon, whiskey bottles lay preaching beside the saloon. A dusty wind cries through streets that forgot their names, where I danced my pains on the tracks of the midnight train. Oh, I'm dancing with the midnight train, its wheels singing sorrow, calling out my name. In its haunting I find my bane under the starless sky. I'm dancing with the midnight train. The chapel bells rang once in a fire's embrace, a lover's vow gone as smoke in a cold heart's trace. She left with a veil of shadow, my love turned to disdain. Now every night to that whistle I stake my claim. Oh, I'm dancing with the midnight train, lost in the gusts through the window pane. With each whistle blow, my resolve unwinds again. There in the whistle, the echoes of my sin, the deeds at night, the fire, the fight, the gin. A reckoning's due, the past rides fierce and fast. What's lost is lost, what's done, it's meant to last. So I'm dancing with the midnight train, bearing scars too deep in love's relentless pain. Here amongst the ruins where spirits remain, I dance alone, the outlaw the night can't contain. Yes, I'm dancing forever with the midnight train. Oh, down a dusty path where the devil's winds blow, found an old town, shadows dancing slow. Whiskey bottle laying in the middle of the street. A church was burning, hear the flames cracking. We've no mercy on the lonely road where the lost souls come to bear their load. Silent deserts keep their cursed vows. Ain't no forgiveness, just echoes of how. Met a man with eyes like cold train steel, said he lost his love to a crooked card deal. Promised vengeance neath the crescent moon's glow. Blade in his grip, no intent to let go. No mercy on the lonely road where silence speaks in codes nobody knows. Ghost towns whisper of the deeds so foul. Old sins cast long shadows they never throw in the towel. Forgotten grave he knelt down to confess to the ghost of a girl in a blood-stained dress. Across cursed lands his revenge took flight. A deadly quiet settles like the dark swallowing the light. No mercy on the lonely road where every step is a story untold. In the dust of the desert, truth finds its way. Revenge or resign, but a price you'll always pay. Each note strums the sorrow of lands weary and worn on the lonely road where such tales are born. church lies. The whiskey whispers and the train whistle cries. Ghost town sleep under curt starlight, where my heart got lost in the endless night. Echoes from the lost love, howling like a stray, roam the silent deserts where the spirits play. Burning memories like old wood in the flame. Echoes from the lost love, calling out my name. Once loved a girl with a wildfire soul, in a town too small for secrets to hold. Betrayal's knife under twilight's red glare left a map of scars and a cross to bear. Echoes from the lost love, haunting my dreams. In the whispered gusts of the dust storm screams. Burned our church down, nothing left to claim. Echoes from the lost love, breathing out my name. Stood at the edge where the badlands meet, facing the ghost of my defeat. In a forgotten grave, I heard her plea. Love turned to dust, set my demons free. Echoes from the lost love, now a part of me, riding through the shadows where the cursed souls flee. In every burning sunset, her face I see. Echoes from the lost love, forever haunting me. In the shade of a ghost town, under the cursed moon's eye, I walk past whiskey bottles lined like forgotten men. Dust whispers tale in the silence of the drive, where the church once burning holds secrets it won't defend. Gone with the hollow sky, where the lost souls fly, carving names in the bones of this land. The echoes of a train whistle bleeding through the night. In the heart of the desert I make my final stand. Her love was a mirage, a fleeting shadow on the sand. Promises as empty as the graves hidden from sight. Betrayed by a kiss, led astray by a treacherous hand. Now every star above us bears witness to my plight. I'm gone with the hollow sky, where the cold winds alive. Memories haunt the edges of my mind. That same old train whistle, a ghost calling me to fight. In the silence of the desert, what's lost I'll never find. echo of my heartbeat sinks with boots on wooden floors. The past is a shadow, future's a past. Tonight I'll settle scores as the hollow sky implodes. Gone with the hollow sky, this is where I'll lie, beneath the land that's soaked with my sins. No more train whistles, no more reasons why. As the desert claims me, my new life begins. Echoes from the burning barn, down where the sagebrush meets the blood-red sky. There's a barn that burns under the raven's cry. Whiskey bottles lay scattered with the ash. Each ember tells a tale of love and a backstab clash. Echoes from the burning barn, they call out in the night, singing songs of what's been done in the pale moonlight. A heart torn apart by deceit and a lying tongue. Now all that's left is the shadows and the songs unsung. It all started in a ghost town under a silent star. She was like a desert rose wild from afar. But the preacher's son had a devil in his eye, promised her the world, gave her the lie. Train whistle blew a mournful sound when he broke her heart. She watched from the dusty ground as her world fell apart. Echoes from the burning barn haunt the desert wind, a tale of a love so cruel and a sin wrapped in sin. The desert knows her pain, the storms are desperate cries underneath the endless sky. Even the truth dies. In the dead of night with a gun and a tear-stained note, stood inside the flames, her sorrow in the smoke. Faced the man who turned her heart into a cursed land. In the blaze she found her peace, the revolver in her hand. Echoes from the burning barn, now quiet in their rage. She found her revenge in the fire she did engage. As the dawn breaks clear over lands that God forgot, only scorched earth remains and a love that time will not. Cuts the silence of the cursed plains. I found a dusty bottle, spinning tales of pain. A ghost town sleeps under a sky cruel and misty. There's blood on the whiskey, red as sunset, gory. Old shackles rattle where lost souls bow beneath the shadow of the gallows where the sinners cry. Blood on the whiskey, fire in the night, haunted by the echoes of a love that died. The desert knows my secrets, buried deep and free. Blood on the whiskey, the spirits cry to me. A memory stirs of a love so fierce and blind. In her eyes a tempest, the stormy raging kind. But love turned to betrayal on a dusty windswept eve. She lay with my brother in the chapel by the reeds. The preacher spoke of forgiveness while my heart spoke of a grave. Now every sip of bourbon tastes the bitterness of betrayed. Blood on the whiskey, fire in the night. Smoke rises from the church where we once saw the light. The wind carries whispers of deceit and decree. Blood on the whiskey, the ghost won't let me be. Underneath the desert moon, I pour the pain away. The bottle lay empty like the words I couldn't say. As the stars judged in silence from their heavenly seat, I made my reflection, my betrayal complete. Blood on the whiskey, we reap what we sow. In the land of the forsaken, only the cursed winds blow. I'll ride with the shadows till death sets me free. Blood on the whiskey, this outlaw's legacy. Every chord a mournful plea, every note a whispered dread. In this haunted desert ballad, where my heart forever bled. In a town swallowed by the shadows of the past, where the wind whispers secrets in the dust. I walk the streets, a ghost among the ruins, a whiskey bottle clutched in these cursed hands. Old train whistles moan a song of what was lost. The echoes of laughter, now just empty sounds. I'm dancing with a lonely road under the pale moon's glow, spinning tales of a love that died and the revenge I came to know. Each step a story of betrayal in this silent desert night, where my heart beats in the rhythm of the fading twilight. There's a church at the edge where the prairie meets the sky. Its cross stands black against the fire it once knew. She Promised forever by those old burning pews, but lies festered under bells solemn toll. Now her whispers haunt the canyons like a curse. In the cold grip of night, I recall every word. I'm dancing with the lonely road under the stars' harsh light, haunted by the love we made before it turned to spite. Each gust of dust a memory in this barren whispered lore, where shadows move to the tune of the promises she wore. Here stands the gallows where truth came undone, revealed in the hollow end of a gun. Her ghost in the shadows, with eyes so forlorn, weeps for the man that revenge has now torn. Still I'm dancing with a lonely road where no one hears my plea. The desert holds my secrets like a lock without a key. This path of dust and sorrow, where my soul no longer roams, I find my peace within the storm, the road that now is home. Buried in a lost love, in the shade of a dead town's rusted sign, the wind whispers secrets in tongues of the old pine. Dust dances with ghosts of a love left behind, where whiskey bottles lay with unlabeled graves unrefined. Buried deep in lost love, where hearts dare not dig, lies a tale of a man and a love so big, a betrayal so foul under moonlight so dim. In the haunted silence, his fate grows grim. He met her at dusk beneath the chapel's flame. The preacher's words burning his heart did the same. But the devil wore lace, eyes promising sin. By the break of dawn, the gallows whispered her name. Buried deep in lost love, where shadows conspire, echoes of train whistles fueling the fire. Her laughter a memory fading in the night. In the glow of the burning church, he's losing the fight. On a cursed land he roams, alone with his spite, a specter of vengeance in the fading light. He faced the ghost of her lies, his resolve turned to stone. In the silence of the desert, the truth chilled to the bone. Buried deep in lost love, a heart torn apart, he rides forgotten graves, he'll never find peace. Whispered in the shadows, down in the hollow where the cold winds moan, dust devils dance and the tumbleweeds roam. There's a town just a shadow burn under the sun, where whiskey whispers and the slow rivers run. Old chapel bells ring out the past, echoes of souls in the night they have met. Whispers in the shadows, calling out my name. The ghosts of my past, playing their game. Revenge is a traveler on a road with no end. Lost love and betrayal around every bend. I once loved a girl as fierce as the storm, but she left with a stranger at the break of dawn. Under a blood moon by the old sycamore tree, we swore our love, but it wasn't to be. The preacher man said, son, save your soul, but I'm lost in this desert, cursed and cold. Whispers in the shadows, calling out my name. The ghosts of my past, sharpening their aim. Revenge is a traveler, chasing the winds. Lost love and betrayal, my cardinal sins. In the silent desert I face my fears. The voices get louder with each passing year. A reckoning's coming like a train's lonesome whistle in the heart of the night, like the strike of a thistle. Whispers in the shadows, I can hear the call, frozen in time in this spectral thrall. This land of the lost, where I make my stand, holding on to ghosts in this cursed wasteland. In the whisper of the wind, through the chapel's charred remains, under moonlit dusk, where the silence speaks in veins, an old ghost town sleeps in the shadow of its sins. Echoes of my boots, like whispers of forgotten hymns. Whiskey bottle clutched a faithful friend in this demise. In the heart of cursed lands, where my only refuge lies. Oh, the shadows dance where the wild coyotes call. Lost love's a ghost, spinning tales of my downfall. Beneath the starlit scorn and the devil's own deceit, the shadows ballad plays where revenge and sorrow meet. laughter, once a melody, now a retreat. Betrayed by a kiss and a Judas on the prowl. In the silent desert, the sins begin to scowl. Train whistle moans, the sound from there is gone, carrying dreams like dust, forever drawn and drawn. Oh, the shadows dance where the wild coyotes call. Her ghost in my dreams, a haunt and perpetual. Under the gaze of God and a sky that won't forget, the Shadows ballad plays on a stage of deep regret. By the burning church I stood with a gun in my hand, faced the traitor's eyes on this cursed forsaken land. The storm in my heart, louder than the howling gust. In the Shadows ballad, in its justice I entrust. So here the shadows dance, and here I make my stand. Revenge or grace by the trigger of my hand. In the haunted quiet where old loves are interred, the Shadows ballad ends without another word. Out where the train whistles cut the silence, the ghost town dances with its cursed alliance. Whiskey bottles lay in dust-strewn defiance by the old barn where shadows preach compliance. Spend my love by the burning barn's light, waltz through the flames into the cold night. The fire reflects in your traitor's sight. Ashes to ashes, we waltz past midnight. Long ago, under a blood moon's crest, you swore to me near the church laid to rest. But your heart was a bullet in the chamber unrest, and my trust was the sacrifice, a cursed guest. So spend my love by the burning barn's light, waltz through the flames into the bitter night. Revenge sings a ballad, old wrongs to right. Ashes to ashes in the dim moonlight. In the smoke I see your face, spectral illusion. A waltz of love twisted into disillusion. Through the cinders I reach my conclusion. This dance of flame, our final reunion. So spin my love, let the fire consume. The barn burns away our wretched gloom. From embers to dust our fate resumes. Ashes to ashes, love's final tomb. And as the day breaks and the fire wanes, silent deserts hold all my remains. Forgotten graves under the morning's rains. The lone whistle fades, only the silence remains. in the shade of a deadwood tree, where the whistling wind moans, I lay my whiskey bottle down beside a trail of bones. The ghost town sleeps in silence under skies of iron gray. Echoes of the train's lament carry my mind away. Burnt shadows under twilight's arch, a curse upon the sands. I walk these dusty roads alone, justice in my hands. Church bells rang their last goodbye, and flames that reach the sky. In the ashes of a revenge, even the brave can cry. She was the dawn of my dusk, heart stolen with a smile, betrayed by a brother's lie, led astray by a guide. From the dusty bottle's bottom, my spirit's pain was found. In the forgotten graves out back, my hopes were buried ground. Burned shadows under twilight's arch, a curse upon the sands. I stalk these silent deserts now, a gun cold in my hands. The church cross stands charred and black, a stark against the red sky. In the ashes of revenge, even the strong can die. Underneath the blood-red moon, I face the man who wronged. Words as dry as desert's breath, where I roll up alone. His eyes a mirror of my pain, twisted by the winds of fate. A brother's bond now just as dead, sealed by a darkened hate. In the ashes of the revenge, the past lays bare and scorched. Forgiveness is a distant shore, forever now divorced. The dust storms claim what's left of heart, as I accept the bane. In the land of cursed memories, only the ghosts remain.
Where the sky bleeds into dusty plains, a ghost town whispers secrets held by chains. Silent desert cries under a cursed moon's glare. Whiskey bottles empty, left in despair. Echoes of train whistles cut through thin air. Just shadows of the lost, the damned don't dare. No mercy in the cursed land, only tales of fading hands. Forgotten graves where no one stands. This land will make no amends. Burned out church with a broken cross, love and hope have paid the cost. In the dust we bear our loss. No mercy in the cursed land. from the east with a heart on fire. Found my love's locket beside the funeral pyre. Trusted a man with a serpent sneer. His betrayal was as sharp as it was clear. Nightfall's heavy revenge is near. Bullets for the traitor, jury of peers. No mercy in the cursed land. Echoes of a reprimand. Lonely souls with gun in hand. The devil plays a losing hand. Ashes scatter where they stand. Promises like shifting sand. In the dark we've made our plans. No mercy in the cursed land. Under the crescent moon's watchful eye, the desert knows every truth and lie. Confrontation at the edge of town, two shadows cast. One man goes down. No mercy in the cursed land, where justice is a dying brand. Count your sins on your left hand, forgiven by this forsaken land. Now I roam a ghost unmanned, with whispers of the past so grand. In cursed silence here I stand. No mercy in the cursed land. No mercy in the cursed land.
In the quiet dead of night, beneath the ghostly pale moonlight, a whistle cuts the silence like a noose drawn tight and right. Dusty boots step on board, his shadow long and lean, on the midnight train to nowhere, through lands cursed and unseen. No mercy in the midnight train, it rolls through barren lands, haunted by the whispers of men with bloodstained hands. A whiskey bottle at his feet, his heart is cold as the desert air. No mercy in the midnight train, just the weight of despair. Once loved a girl with fire in her eyes, in a town now burned and lost. Betrayal's price was heavy, a line forever crossed. In a churchyard left forgotten, where the wild violets dare to grow, lies the secret of his sorrow, only the midnight winds now know. No mercy in the midnight train, it screams like the haunted past. Each mile a reminder that nothing good shall last. Dust storm in his soul, a ghost town in his mind. No mercy in the midnight train, no peace will he ever find. In the flicker of the cabin light, he faces who he's become, a man shaped by vengeance under the indifferent stars above. The train rattles onward as he clutches the locket's chain, last memento of a love that drowned in the pouring rain. No mercy in the midnight train, a tale of a heart turned to stone, on tracks that lead to nowhere, forever damned to roam. With every clack and clatter, echoes of his fate unwind. This song tells a story of loss and the relentless pursuit of a haunted past, driven by the rhythm of a train that offers no redemption, moving through landscapes as desolate as the man's own heart.
In a ghost town silence, under a blood moon's rain, whiskey bottles clinking like chimes of the pain. The echoes of the midnight train crossing cursed lands, tracks leading nowhere, just God's forsaken sands. Blood on a midnight train, red as the devil's own, hearts bound by vengeance under a sky overthrown. The wind howls secrets, past sins it can't contain. Ghosts whisper justice on a midnight train. Years back, young love was buried in these silent deserts dry. A locket of golden memories under a thorn sky. Betrayed by a brother for the greed of fleeting gain, left me with a burning heart and church bells that wail in vain. Blood on the midnight train, staying in the rotten night, a tale of lost lovers and a wrong that needs a right. Storms can't cover the tracks, nor the everlasting pain. Echoes of the betrayed screaming on the midnight train. On a lonesome silver line, the truth rides fast and grim. My hand on steel, soul to purge the sin. Tonight forgiveness sleeps while the restless seek their due. The final whistle blows for me and you. There's blood on the midnight train, justice finds its track in the land of the forgotten. There's no turning back. Shadows lift their veils as final truths pertain. Revenge or redemption calls from the midnight train. Each chord a story, each note a desolate wail, eternally bound to the whistle of that midnight rail.
shadow of the Sierra spine, where the wind whispers sins of the brine, stood a town with souls hollow and cold, under skies that weep, stories untold. Whiskey bottles late, dreams all but damned. Ghosts walk the streets of this cursed land. Blood on the cursed land under a blackened sky. Forgotten graves hum the coyotes cry. Lost love's a tale told by the restless sand. Oh, the devil dances in this cursed land. There's a tale of a man heart led astray by a love that cruel fate stole away. In the churchyard by the sycamore, burnt out prayers, love lives no more. Echoes of a train like a mourning band, screams slice the silence of the cursed land. Blood on the cursed land under a vengeful moon. Each whistle wails out a forsaken tune. Revenge a path laid with a trembling hand. Oh, the night howls deep in this cursed land. By the old dusty road he faced his sin, the betrayer's shadow wearing a kin's grin. Gunpowder scent, a last stand so grand. In the heart of the desert, a final stand. Blood on the cursed land where lost souls roam. Each step taken closer to an unearthly home. Silence now reigns where once he made his stand. Just a whisper lost in the cursed land. In the dust of a ghost town, the sun sinks like a stone. Old saloon shadow dance with memories it's known. Whiskey bottles lay empty, spirits whispering old tales. Beneath the gallows lies my heart where justice fell. Riding through the shadows under moon's cold glance, each star a silent witness in this cursed and haunted dance. Revenge is a loyal companion riding by my side through the endless whispering dark. In the shadows we confide. She was beauty, a mirage, a flicker in the night. Promises made by the fire, vanished by first light. The preacher spoke of Eden, but we knew only hell as the church burned to cinders by her betrayal fell. Riding through the shadows where lost souls make their beds, my revolver holds the secrets of the lives that I've shed. This cursed land bears witness to the sorrow in my stride. On a path of dust and ashes, vengeance is my bride. At the crossroads, the wind moans her name. Each grain of sand, a bearer of my blame. riding through the shadows with ghosts in my wake. The past is a noose, my soul's at stake. Acceptance in the barrel, revenge in the lead. Through forgotten graves I ride, let my weary heart bleed. This outlaw's tale in the dust forever echoes. A lone gunslinger sorrow, riding through the shadows.
Out where the whispers start and daylight parts, under a blood-red sky the raven cries. Ghost town echoes fill the cursed lands. Only sinners survive where the dust takes stand. No mercy in the shadows, no tears left to weep. Haunted by the promises that we couldn't keep. Each step echoes a tale of loss and dread in silent deserts where even angels fear to tread. Once rode with a brother side by side in the fray. Betrayal came whispered, one dust turned to gray. Burning church in the valley where our fates were tossed. He sold me for silver and all was lost. No mercy in the shadows, whiskey soothes the pain. The past a burning ember that won't cool with the rain. A lone train whistles mourning through the night. Forgotten graves whispering of the forsaken plight. In the heart of the night under the crescent moon's light, I faced him at last where the old oak stood. Words were like gunfire, eyes cold and hard too. Bullets found their home in that dusty graveyard. Shadows, the deed finally done. Silence now, my partner, neath the setting sun. Revenge or salvation, the lines worn thin. Riding toward a horizon where sin meets the wind. In the shadow of the mesa where the sun bled out its fire, whiskey bottles and dust storms paint the ghost of my desire. A train whistle moans through crumbling stones in a town too dead to die, where my heart lies buried under western skies. Oh, sing me that ghost town ballad of a love that's burned to ash, with every chord strummed under a moon so bright. Betrayals breeze through the chapel's chalk rose with thorns I did not see. Her whisper like a serpent beneath the old oak tree. Her lies were a masked ball, her truth the first to fall. In the night where the coyotes call still haunts my every dream. Oh, play me that ghost town ballad where the shadows know my name. Oh, ghost waltz in the dust of blame. A heart left hanging on a gallows tight and tall. Echoes of our laughter through the forsaken hall. But there by the churchyard I faced my fearsome foe. His gun was quick but my revenge it was slow. In the silence of the gunfire lay the truth I came to know. She's gone like the dust that I now sow. So sing for me softly that ghost town requiem where love's a forgotten hymn and nights condemned. Here in this desolation I claim my cursed crown, a king of a barren kingdom in a ghost town gown. So let the wind sing and the lonely church bell toll, a ballad for the broken in the desert soul.